Hello, 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 hello. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the 72nd Republic Day celebrations at PSR. So, we have a short event in the morning with flag hoisting followed by national anthem. Later in the evening, we will have the cultural programs. So, we'll begin the event with a parade from the PSR security guards. So the past year has been very peculiar. We are in the midst of a once a century public health crisis. Uh, the uh, the security guard, please watch the parade from them. Um, so the health workers led by the doctors have been at the forefront of battling this crisis. We have been very fortunate at PSR to have a set of doctors who have been steadfast in their support. So they are always there for consultations, suggestions, and more. More than anything else, they have been a comforting factor for many here at PSR. So we are in the Dr. Venkat, Dr. Shilpa, and Dr. Diksha are here with us for the flag hoisting. We extend our gratitude for them. Please give a round of applause to the doctors at the PSR community. Dr. Venkat is a very senior doctor. We all know him as a dermatologist, and Venkat Charmalaya is very familiar to most of us. But not many of us know that he is an ex-serviceman. He was a captain at the Indian Army. He served as the flight lieutenant at IAF. So we would like to request Dr. Venkat to hoist the flag. Where is the Chinda Gujarat Maratha Dravida Uttara Vanga Vindhya Himachala Yamuna Ganga Uchala Jaladi Taranga Tava Shubhashish Mane Gaane Jaya Gatha Jana Gana Mangaladayaka Jaya He Bharat Bhagya Vidata Jaya He Jaya He Jaya He Jaya 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 He Jai. I would like to request Prasanna to speak a few words.
Good morning, residents. First of all, a happy Republic Day to all of you. I'm speaking via behalf of the COVID team that we have in MC. I wanted to just take a moment and express our gratitude to the CAG who have been commendable, for the community, and they've helped all the way, all along the COVID crisis. It's not done yet, but I'm sure they will continue to help. When we were talking about, the chief guest for this event, the MC team unanimously picked HCAG. There was no doubt in anyone's mind. We have had a unprecedented 2020, and our doctors have been forefront on this war against COVID, and it's basically very clear, what the reasoning is, to call them. But while they were fighting the war outside, they also have, been supporting the community at home. That's what made a big difference. How HCAG has fared with us. And thank you so much, all the doctors out here and at home, be part of the HCAG group. I just wanted to add a couple of things. Our relationship, we've had multiple conversation, Prarthana, you can remember tons of questions we've asked them. But the interesting thing, Shilpa was just mentioning, we've never met any of these doctors, face to face, but the discussion has been so phenomenal. It's just, the kind of the relationship we've had. Thank you for keeping it that way, really interactive. Thank you so much. And also, I was browsing through all the questions we had in that WhatsApp channel. What is alarming or, amazing is none of the questions were left unanswered. Every question we have asked, whether it is dumb, difficult, contentious, it was really answered very well. Thank you so much again, for keeping it practical and continuing with that. And the third thing I wanted to say was, within the MC group, we have this statement that is going, when in doubt, ask HCAG, because whenever we get into complicated questions, we always think, let's consensus from HCAG. It's easier for us to handle, answer, manage, and what is wonderful is HCAG kept all the decisions practical, made our decision far easier. They looked at the implementation. Guidance was not just purely scientific and say, hey, you got to do it irrespective. So they looked at what's the complication of implementing and gave us the right suggestions. And thank you, doctor, for keeping it practical. Thank you so much. So with that, again, heartfelt gratitude. Yeah, this process. Thank you so much. Yeah, each one of you come.
Wishing all of you a Republic Day today. Thank you, PSR, for your kind words and your recognition for all the work that we have put in. Yes, this past 2020 2020 has been very difficult because of this COVID pandemic, and we have, as a healthcare worker, I have taken the vaccine last week, and I'm extremely proud to be part of the world's largest vaccination program. Compared to the West, India is doing pretty well. A couple of months later, a lot of the Western countries predicted a disastrous management of COVID in India. But I'm proud to say we've been already part of this vaccination program, and India is now shipping vaccines as gifts to the neighboring countries, while the West is battling a very, very high number of deaths. A highly developed country like the UK has very badly mismanaged their vaccination program, where the second dose is not yet available to the healthcare workers. And me, being a government doctor, has seen the program go very, very smooth for all the healthcare workers. As of now, in 2 weeks, a large number has done well. And I'm also proud to say Karnataka is the highest number of vaccinations for healthcare workers. The only thing I would like to tell everybody here is, yes, the pandemic is not over. The vaccination is definitely going to come for the general public, and when it does come, please go ahead, get yourself vaccinated. It doesn't matter which the vaccine would be, because by the time it comes to the public, the safety data would be out. So whether it's Covishield or Covaxin, go ahead, get vaccinated. And still don't forget about mask and sanitization and social distancing. It might take even about 6 months or even a year for this pandemic to go. Thank you again, PSR, for all the kind words. And yes, we have done extremely well in the cooperation. The MC has handled that situation very well. They've been going back and forth at changing the guidelines and trying to adapt based on what the government has to say, and how we have to adapt to the situation. Wishing us all a very safe and happy 2021, free of COVID. Thank you once again.
Happy Republic Day to all, and my sincere thanks, our sincere thanks to the Managing Committee for honoring us in this way. My sincere thanks to the present MC for managing the situation well, and also to the previous MC who did a valiant work, very hard work, for a very long period of time under very difficult circumstances. We are coming to probably the beginning of the end of the pandemic. It's not the end, it is the beginning of the end. And as vaccine has been rolled out, we all have taken vaccine. PSR residents have been a very disciplined lot. They have followed most of the guidelines very well. That is why we are in this situation. I compliment everybody, and I am sure the same discipline will be shown even when the vaccine comes to all of you, that there will not be any vaccine hesitation. By that time, as Dr. Shilpa said, we will have more data with the vaccine. We need to be proud of the fact that India is one of the only 5 countries in the world which has produced a vaccine. Not just that, we will probably end up having the maximum number of vaccines. Another 7 are undergoing trial. Even a nasal drop vaccine is also undergoing trial. So we'll have enough of vaccine, not just for ourselves, but to give to the entire world. And our vaccines are cheap. They can be easily preserved, not like the Pfizer vaccine. Just imagine what would be the situation if we had to pay $38 for a vaccine, which needs transportation at minus 70 degrees. It would have been impossible. So we have to be very happy and proud today on this Republic Day. So once again, my compliments to everybody and sincere thanks to MC. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Venkat, Dr. Shilpa, and Dr. Diksha for being here. So, as I mentioned earlier, there will be a cultural event in the evening which starts at around 6 o'clock. There will be limited seating arrangement and it will happen in the inner podium just like the Rajyotsava event. So, we will make a limited seating arrangement, but we would encourage residents to, watch from their respective balconies. And then the YouTube link will be shared very soon. So stay tuned. We'll meet again in the evening.